structure without foundation. Now you don't have a structure, but you have a strong foundation on which any structure can be. You decide what structure you want to build. And that's what is the sharing going to be. Now, I should share something about Meghla. Meghla is one of my fans. Like Rajesh Khanna says, no, she will come and record. I don't know what she does with the recording and all. She will come and record every time. One time she called up and said, I am coming to Banaswade. He said, what? Some ITC. I said, myself, if I was not giving the talk, I myself would not have gone there. Why you are coming there? Not to watch you. I said, no, I'll come to your club and you don't come all the way from here to Banaswade and all. So we have got some fans like that. She's one of them. Super enthusiastic person. So now, I'm going to work this out structure in the way you mine the gold. How do you go about? The first aspect of gold is mining. You dig the earth, take out all the dirt, and you get some nuggets. And that nuggets will be stuck with some impurities. Then you remove the impurities. When you are in the process of removing the impurities, known as refining. So first part is mining, second part is refining. Then you decide with this pure gold, what is I am going to do? Is it going to be a gold coin, a gold biscuit, a gold ornament? You decide. So you have got mining, you are refining, and you are defining. So we are going to go through the 3 steps called mining, refining, and defining. So what is mining? Now the first mining part of it is topics. Don't worry, let them shout. Like, I like people shouting because then you can increase your voice and bring the energy to the room. So first part is topics. Now that's where we struggle most, no? Where do I find the topics? Where do I find the topics? We can mine the topics. From where? Definitely not from some provided by the modern day universal God, Google. Mine the topic apart from that. So where do you mine the topic? You mine the topic from FIP, family, interest, and profession. I can go on this experiment for 30 minutes. And I suggest sincerely, if I want, we can have a combined meeting. I can come and give the rest of the part of structuring, construct and speech next time. But you get to the depth of topic and experiment it for the next 1.5 months. Then you share with me the challenges, I'll come back again. Is that sounds a good idea?
Yes.
Yeah? So that it's not an information overload. You have done something practically about the information what you received. Then you call me and say, still we are stuck with something. Then to that stuck with something, I will address how to go about it. Sounds good?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, how do you get into family, interest and profession? I am going to use some kind of techniques. The first technique is known as defining moments of my life. One day I was walking in Graphite India company, and it's a long walk. Like there's a tar road outside and tar road inside, and there's a compound wall which separates these 2 tar roads. So I took the gate pass and walked towards the R&D center. It's quite a long walk. It's just going. Suddenly something stung. Then I knew something is going wrong. Again something stung. And it was terribly bad. I know something is dangerous. I started running. The more I ran, the more something started stinging into my face. And I realized that it was honeybees. The honeybees had started attacking. And the more I ran, I was running against them, I didn't realize, the more they came on my face. At one point, I just could not see anything. And I opened my mouth because my nose was stuck with honeybees around. And I opened my mouth and one honeybee went inside. I just chewed. Wow, that is such a nasty feeling. I can't even vomit now because if I open more honeybees will go in. So I can't vomit. He ran, and at one point I fell down that day. I felt that I'm going to die. It's so nasty. You can't imagine. It's like 10,000 needles being pricking at one point of time on your body. It's somebody came with fire, they took out some of the honeybees. People started removing. My whole face got swollen. And I just asked one question. Why God? Why me? Why now? Why God? Why me? Why now? Because some miscreants had thrown the stone or thrown the stones on the hive, and that hive was disturbed. And they did not attack those miscreants, but they attacked me, who was an innocent person, who had got no role to play in that disturbance. Now that was the question. How many times have you asked this question? Why God? Why me? Why now? No? Then I survived. That's why I'm standing here today. I survived. After some years, I went to a creaky dam near Mysore. Lovely creaky dam. I forgot the name of the dam. I went there. Then I could smell something which was very familiar, and my hair started rising. I didn't know it was instinct reflexes which worked. I told everybody, lie down! Lie down! One guy asked, why? I slapped him. You don't ask questions, lie down! On the stomach. And he was shocked. He knew that there's something. He said, I'll lie down, but I'll get up and then I'll take care of it. Now, I'll take care next. And one girl was running. A girl about 4 or 5. I just took her and held her to my stomach and I fell down. Few seconds, not even 5-10 seconds. Zoom, swarm of bees. They went over on it. Wild bees. I was just looking and you could see the swarm of bees like this. Zoom, going like this. And when going, I got my answer. Why God? Why me? Why not? Because I could save 11 people's lives on that day. Because even today I can smell bees. And that was a defining moment of my life. Because anytime I'm stuck with why God, why me, this comes as a recollection to me. And because of the recollection, I get over the crisis to handle the crisis very quickly. Anytime I'm stuck, why God, why me, why now, is not a panic situation for me. It's a situation to get over it because there's an answer which I don't know yet. And to discover that, I need to get over this crisis. Maybe after some months, years, I'll get that answer, which is a lovely answer to get. So this itself was a speech. This was a defining moment. Today, I can talk about honeybees as a workshop, 4 hours. I'm telling you, and you can call me anytime. I can give a workshop on honeybees because if not a leadership coach, I would have been a beekeeper. I fell in love with bees. I fell in love with bees because it's just amazing the amount of research you can do and get to know. It's just unbelievable. Sudhanshu Jha is one more person who knows quite a bit of bees, and we are quite a good friends in that manner. Like he said once, if you were to remove human beings from this world, nothing is going to happen. But if you take away the bees from this world, within about 3 months, the whole life is gone. Can you imagine who is more valuable? They are not valuable at all. So I can talk about bees for 4 hours. And I've done so much of research on bees. So that is one defining moment. So as I'm talking, are you getting your defining moment of it? I'm not talking about myself. I'm giving triggers so that it can generate some triggers in your mind, or it can generate some kind of ideas in your mind where you can generate topics for yourselves. Am I right? The next one. I was not a good cricket player. I was an avid watcher of cricket, but not a good cricket player. In the sense, I was a worst, you can say, because I'll be placed in strategic locations where the probability of the ball is very low that will come to you. So the captain will say, you go and stand there. Then I know that why he is telling that. Because he also knows that if I make him to be there at a strategic location, the ball will go and say, That's all. The ball is gone. He'll never catch the ball. That's the confidence the captain had. It's like Lagan. Then there was this one day where I was placed at, I was always hoping that the 11th man should not come. So I can become 11th man. I will selected only when the 11th man doesn't come. So I was selected. It was a good cricket match, tournament. And he said, now you go to deep covers. I went to deep covers. This guy was a leg side guy. The batsman was the opening batsman. And the last batsman was batting last over 6 runs. So first ball was bowled and he missed. Second ball also he missed. Third ball he made a predetermined shot. He knew that where he has to hit, immediately where the ball is going to land. So he took his bat and stood like this, and that guy bowled, and he came out of the off stump and he took the bat and swung, and the ball started coming in that direction. I started running. I started running and running and running. I jumped and leapt in the air. Again, I couldn't catch the ball. But the ball caught me. And I had it. And I looked at the ball is looking at me. Look at the ball is looking at me. And we are having a love affair. And it stuck like Fevicol in my hand. I am surprised. And the whole game was that I wanted to retire from cricket with dignity and grace. That's the day for me. Now, even Sachin Kar would not have felt like that when he was retiring. Because I was feeling very good about it. Then afterwards, suddenly, all these guys ran and came, including the opening batsman. This gully cricket when you play, everybody is a friend and everybody is an enemy. So this guy comes and this opening batsman says, of all the days, today was the day for you to catch this ball? You didn't have any other day? He said, I didn't catch the ball, boss. It caught me. What did I do? That's all. It caught me. So I realized that one which you are not good at can also be a good speech. And that was my speech. How can you learn from something which you are not good at? That's my speech. And it became a humorous speech actually. So, can you think of some topics like this? Defining moments. What are some of the defining moments of your life? Some defining moments like that. Anybody can think. What are your defining moments? Which defined your life in a different manner altogether?
Losing a loved one made you more responsible, at least.
That's a defining moment of my life. Losing a loved one made me more responsible. Now, I was reading her speech yesterday, where her father, when he passed away, he said that you take care of the family. That's your defining moment. Am I right in that speech? Your defining moment. So, like that, there are defining moments in our lives. So, can you make at least 10 defining moments of your life in the next 3 days when you got your weekend coming up? 10 defining moments. How do you make a defining moment? Very simple. 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, if you are like me, 48, 49, 50. Last 3 years you take one year. And each year you take out and slice that year and look at your life as a movie. When I was giving this talk, one person said, like, my life is not as interesting as yours. Then I said, if your life is not interesting to yourself, to whom it will be interesting? No one will be interested in your life. So first make it interesting to your life, your own life. Your life has to be interesting to you. You should be the hero of your life. Not I go and watch such Shah Rukh Khan and pay money for that guy having danced and gone with some heroine in Switzerland in Ferrari car. I am not here to pay money and watch that. I want to be in the Ferrari car with some, if not now, but very much back. I wanted to be there. Not what are you talking about? So this is my answer. If you say my life is not interesting, it's better to commit suicide. Why today? If it's not so interesting. Absolutely. What's the point? Yeah? If it's not interesting, make it interesting. No. Find something. Make it interesting. Fine. So defining moments. 10 defining moments. Can we do that? 10 defining moments? Yes. The next one is 10 critical choices. The 10 critical choices of my life. What are the critical choices of my life? Why I am living in Bangalore? Why I am not living in Bangalore Why I'm not living in Chennai? Can be one critical choice. Then you can go on. Why I'm not living in Delhi? So how many critical choices? So many critical choices. One lady I met. Wow, I couldn't stay in Bangalore for more than 2 months. Chennai is the place for me. Oh, from where did you come here? then I was very curious. Why is like that? What makes you feel like that? She said, it is so depressing in Bangalore. So the sun never comes out in the morning. In Chennai it wakes you, strikes you, and makes you get up. Here it doesn't come at all till 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking old Bangalore, not now. Earlier Bangalore. If you have seen earlier Bangalore, the sun will not come out. So it's so depressing. I was depressed. And that's why I told my husband, either we go to Chennai or we go to Singapore. And we are landed in Singapore. I met her in Singapore. Singapore and Chennai are the two places which I want to live. Now for her, that's a critical choice. Then why I gave up on fish? I don't eat fish and non-veg. But why? But I love fish. Why I gave up on drinking? The choice of giving up on drinking. Why did I give up on drinking? I love my drink. So like that, if you make choice, why I don't eat capsicum? That's a choice. I made a speech about that. Why I don't eat capsicum? Why I don't eat capsicum? The guy whom I trusted the most, he loved capsicum and he dished me. And how he dished me, I said, I am not going to eat capsicum. I gave a speech on that. Why I don't eat capsicum? You can make a speech out of that. So why I don't eat capsicum? So like that. What is the choices you have made? Why I got married to this person? I'll always ask this question throughout life. That's a different thing after marrying. Before marrying, you say, I'll only marry this person. After marrying, that, why did I marry this person? I did it for lifetime. Why did I marry this person? So any choices like that? Why I wear a red like t-shirt, whatever. Why do I choose? I always talk on blue. Your company color will be blue. Anything other than blue is not, something is not right with that. So you'll be having a blue color. See, the shirt is blue, pant is blue. So you'll have something blue. So why do I wear blue? Then one person met me. Like blue. Okay. And he was a color astrologer. He said blue means Shani is running somewhere in the year. So for how long have you been wearing? I said full lifetime only blue. From the time I knew that what's life, I have been wearing blue. I said you should change. And I said okay, fine. First let me change you as an astrologer. Think about it. So now why? Okay. So can you think of some choices like? Okay.
Color-wise, white, green.
Why green? Why green? Okay, why green? Or go green.
Yeah.
Why green to go green? It's a speech title for it. Why green to go green?
I'll make that a speech.
Yeah, make a speech, no? Why green to go green? Okay? That's it. So like that, can you think of something like that? Why oracle? Yeah?
I don't eat rajma because the day I had my I had an appendicitis surgery which was in no way related to rajma. But that morning I had rajma for breakfast. So then I have this thing stuck on in my mind that if I have rajma I'm going to get a stomachache.
Oh, okay.
I don't eat rajma.
I don't eat rajma. But how? Now the question is converting that into a speech.
That's why I'm here, sir.
Oh yeah? That's the converting that into speech. So, then 10 critical, can you think of 10 critical choices in the next 3-4 days? Some critical choice. You go out one critical choice. Why do I have a Motorola? Can be one. This is a choice which I made. Why not Apple? Why not Apple? My brother only goes for Apple. I don't go for Apple. Like I'll give a speech on like Dumbo. I'm a Dumbo in technology. I don't want to change the app from Windows and struggle for the next 3 months on how to use the Apple and all. And my speech will be, you can be Dumbo and still be successful in life. You don't have to be a technologist to be successful in life. Then be my speech. You know? That's the thing. So, can you think of it? The next one is pivotal people. Who are the 10 pivotal people of your life? Honeybee is one of my pivotal people. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? I can talk. Why can't be creatures be pivotal people? Or my father, my brother, my sister, my friend, my guru. I can talk about my guide, a pivotal person in life whom I got inspired that one day I want to become like him and want to become a leadership coach and become a leadership coach. I can make a speech out of it. A pivotal person. No? So that's the thing. So the whole thing is about 10 defining moments, 10 critical choices, 10 pivotal people. Now, these are the three things which will. Now tell me how many topics can you generate? 30? How many speeches you need to give to complete your CC manual?
10.
So can we have an assurance that all of you complete your CC manual? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Topic is the greatest limiting factor for us to give a speech. Nothing else. I don't have a topic thing. What is it? I don't have a topic. One day, see how it gets generated. I'll tell you. It's all about perceptions. Change your perception, reality changes. I gave a speech. Change your perception, reality changes. One day I was coming down from my flat. I walked down, and my wife had told the previous night that there is no school for our son tomorrow, so he'll not be going. That was some Monday or some Tuesday or something. Then I said, okay. Then I saw the school bus coming. I got angry on my wife. I said, how can she say no school bus and all this? School bus is coming, or no school is there and school bus is coming. How can it be? Then I turned and wanted to walk back into my flat. As I turned and started walking back into my flat, the bus passed me and the driver said, hello sir. And he stopped just there and he said, how are you sir? I said, fine. And I told him that, sorry, my son is still sleeping, I need to do something about it. You carry on and I'll come somewhere and drop my son in the bus stop, which is after 15 minutes you reach there. Then he said, but sir, today it's only between 5th standard to 10th standard. 1st to 4th there is holiday. My first standard, my son is in 1st standard. Then I said, my God, what would have happened if I'd gone home? I would go. Then I said, it's all about perception. I created a speech like perception changes the reality. And it's come out as a classic speech. So, like that, you can create speeches like this. Everyday moment you get something, you can create a speech. So that's the thing. Now, these are my 10 project speeches, I'm sure. The first project speech was icebreaker. The second project speech was cherish moments and not monuments. It was about, my father was in the Air Force and from Agra Kant, we used to go to see Taj Mahal every now and then on a full moon night. So when he used to go when I was very young, he used to put me in front of the bicycle and he started riding the bicycle. And we used to go there to watch that full moon. And that speech is about that moments are more important than monuments what you see. And the moments I spent with my father was the one speech. The next one is imagination, my power. It's about what imagination create. It comes from, in the FIP it comes interest. How imagination can create the world itself. And it's about my interest. And this project speech I wanted to share with you. You should get a person called Ramla and ask him to give a speech on power of practice. He was my mentor. You call him to give, ask him to give the speech, but avoid him to be a mentor of yours. Because he made me to practice this for 150 times for 3 months. He used to, like a scorecard he had, how many times he has practiced. Once when he had on his pocket, that page. And practice number, take number 50. Practice number 50, go ahead. At one point of time, he knew my speech and he said, that line. He didn't have the script. All is in the mind. Hey, that line you forgot. You tell that line. He said, my speech is remembered. 150 times he made me do it. But I had some issues which he wanted me to help out with. And I wanted a tough mentor and I asked for it. You asked for it, you got it. That's it. But what made me today is such kind of mentors who have the patience to listen. And you ask him to come and give up. He is an amazing speaker. Diction, language, voice, power. And if you were to see him anywhere, you'll never even recognize him as such. But give him the stage and the mic, you see him fire. Power of vision is unbelievable speech of this. So get him sometime. Yes. Get him for a joint meeting. Then my first law. people think it's about my girlfriend. It's CKE 1984. It is my bike. I had my bike called CKE 1984. That was my bike. And Tanya and me, Tanya and I. Tanya was my girlfriend. She was my dog. Tanya and I. And that was a wonderful dog which made me to realize what human beings are. Like, she will never listen to whatever I say. If I say come, she'll go. She will, like, even when I used to tie the dog and give my speeches. Three dogs, so that 3 dogs will be tied. This dog is not bothered. Whatever we speak, she'll just lie down and say, okay, do whatever you want. And I'm going to lie down. And I could understand why people don't listen from her. And that's why I don't get any irritated when people don't listen to me. Because she taught me that it doesn't matter. So that's Tanya and I gave a speech on that. The 6th was Son, I Love You. Son, I Love You is about a speech where like I had a pigeon called Jack Kirewala. That was the pigeon. And previous week I had fought with my father that you don't love me and you don't care for me. And I told my father on point blank on the face. And that day Jack Kirewala had died. And I was crying because it was a pet. And I was crying in the room. My father comes inside and says, it was just a bird and you're crying. What would happen if something were to happen to you? I said, I love you, my son. So that was a speech. Then our population of USP is my interest. Like I gave this talk in 1995, 96, year before Modi had come into picture. And I declared that what's the USP of our country. I had done a research on that. It was 5,000 years how the population of India has remained constant at 25% or 20% of the world's 5,000 years. I had the data, I shared that. That's the project 7. Project 8 was Tribute to Contribute is about a speech about my hero, Chandrasekhar, B.S. Chandrasekhar, who was a bowling legend and he had lost his leg. We all friends got together, collected money, went to his house, gave him the money and that box and his leg had gone. He started crying. And we cried, all with him. And that was like that tribute to contribute. Relevance of mythology is how mythology is, it's again my interest. How mythology is evolutionary in nature. I gave that talk. Make the choice it's a very humorous, inspiring speech on why one should make the choice and what the choice is all about. And finally I said, even no choice is a choice. So I don't make a choice, you still made a choice. No? So that's where I ended the speech. And it came out very well. So these are my 10 project speeches which are aligned to FI. So that means we can give our speeches only on FI. Supporting material you can take from anywhere. Internet, Google, newspaper. And when you talk on FIP, one thing is you are so convinced. It's so authentic. I never share with anybody. Whatever I share about cricket and all, it's my story. Like it's not cooked up story and all. For information, till December 2015, that is January 2016, only I started reading newspaper. Till that time, I did not read newspapers for 2 years. 2 years, no newspapers. I do not see TV for the last 4 years. I not see TV. Only when I go to somebody's house, you see the TV because they are seeing the TV. That's what I do. Otherwise, I don't see TV. So, but how do you generate topics? You can still generate topics because your life is the mining area. So, mine your life, generate the topics, and make your life. Over to the questions.